and welcome to Let's Play Baldur's Gate. This is an excellent game. It was developed by Black Isle a number of years ago. It's a RPG in the most authentic sense. As we open the game here, I'm just going to let the cinematics play out. This is a game that was way ahead of its time when it came out originally, and it allows you to control a whole party. It does a great job of allowing you to really feel the game, and I think it was really innovative for its time. You know, it excelled above other RPGs that were coming out at the time. We've got this great Friedrich Nietzsche quote, and the opening cinematic. These guys have weird helmets.
There are others. I can show you. Please. Please.
Ouch. What's that red liquid coming from them? Must be food coloring. So, this cinematic clearly doesn't tell us anything about the game. I mean, it really doesn't. I mean, I guess you could say that there's some mean guy who goes around throwing knights off a building somewhere, but really that's all it tells us. So, but anyway, we're going to start a single-player game today. Now, you know, I guess, and by the way, this is the expansion Tales of the Sword Coast, in addition to the original Baldur's Gate. So, generally, when you buy the game now, it comes with this. But anyway, I'm going to start a new game. I'm going to make a female mage, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want to use this character for Baldur's Gate 2, and I really want it to be, she looks good. I really want it to be somebody I can use for, Baldur's Gate 2. And if you're just playing this game alone, I'd recommend creating a cleric, because there isn't really any amazing cleric in this game. Anyway, what we're going to do is, let's do, what do I want? True neutral? How about true neutral? And abilities, okay, here's where we have to spend some time. Now, what I usually do on this is I try to average out the scores, basically, and then basically set them up like this, so you have an equal score, so you can kind of gauge what the scores are. So we're really looking for straight 15s. If you can get a straight 15s, that's an excellent character score. I mean, the average roll is going to look something like this, or maybe even a little bit worse. If we can get straight 14s, that'd be a good start. Straight 15s would be even better. So you can kind of see how close you are to these things. So this is going to be a pretty good roll here. Close to where I need to start getting into the range of. Again, and you don't need to do this for every one. You'll eventually start seeing how these rolls are going to turn out if you were to average them out. See, like 17 plus 9 is 26, divided by 2 is 13, so you know that's 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 11. And you're just going to get used to that. It does take a while to get the score set you want, and I don't intend to necessarily sit here all night and show you my efforts to get the scores that I want, so I might just roll until I get what I want. I mean, there's a certain amount of absurdity to this process because, you know, there's really no limitation on how many times you can click this button, and so really you're just, it's a matter of how patient you are to get the scores you want. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some here, and I'm going to join you once again when we get the scores we want. Okay, and I apologize for the corners there. I've got the scores that I want. I've got straight 15s except for 114. This took about, probably half an hour to get. I could really spend a little bit more time and get that last one up, but anyway, you can see this is a pretty high set of scores here. For the longest time I had 3 15s and 3 14s, but this I decided was acceptable. So as a mage, obviously I'm going to tank out just completely take out my strength. Everything else is important, maybe charisma, not too much, but what we're going to do, obviously, is put it all in intelligence, all in wisdom. Con and dex are important for mages, especially constitution, so you can get your hit points up. You know, some people would argue you have a high dex, so you can get more bonus on that. My strength is going to be low, so I'm not going to be able to carry very much, but that's okay. I'll have plenty of other strong characters, so I think I'm going to go with this setting here. And we did a half elf. My skills, let's do missile weapons, so I can use darts and slings and whatnot. And I'm probably going to go with blunt weapons too, because then I can use stabs. Although, yeah, let's go with that. I guess I only have one. Oh, that's fine. I get to choose 2 spells that I start out with, so I'm going to go with Magic Missile. I might do Identify, might do Chromatic Orb. I'll do Identify. It's just going to be one of those spells that you just need to have. So anyway, let's go with purple and blue. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Let's get a tan. Not quite that tan. I want dark hair. I mean, you can really do a lot to customize your appearance here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I mean, she's not a drow, but it looks kind of cool. I guess we'll go with that. Okay.
To battle!
All will die. Your life shall be mine. Death will come swiftly for you. Your life shall be mine.
To battle! This is where I should be.
Your life. I deserve to be leader.
Okay, I'll go with female too for the voice.
Sleep.
And name. Okay, this is where I always struggle. I really should have thought about this before I brought you in for the video. Okay, I think I found a first name that I like, so we're gonna go with Zarites. Okay. And the name it gave me is Song Still, but I don't like that one, so I'm gonna keep generating until I find the last name that I like. Moonshadow. Let's do Moonshadow. That's kind of, I mean, it's a little bit generic, but it sounds good. So let's go with Moonshadow. Okay. So Zarites Moonshadow. Good name. Baldur. Okay, so this is going to be our character. Zarites Moonshadow, with great stats, half-elf, true neutral mage, female. Let's do it.
Nestled atop the cliffs that rise from the Sword Coast, the citadel of Candlekeep houses the finest and most comprehensive collection of writings on the face of Farron. It is an imposing fortress kept in strict isolation from the intrigues that occasionally plague the rest of the Forgotten Realms. It is secluded, highly regimented, and it is home. Within these hallowed halls of knowledge, your story begins. You have spent most of your 20 years of life within this keep's austere walls, under the tutelage of the sage Gorion. Acting as your father, he has raised you on 1,000 tales of heroes and monsters, lovers and infidels, battles and tragedies. However, one story was always left untold, that of your true heritage. You have been told that you are an orphan, but your past is largely unknown. Lately, Gorion has been growing distant from you, as if some grave matter weighs heavily on his heart. You have asked about his concerns as gently as possible, but your queries have been in vain. Your sole comfort is the knowledge that he is a wise man, and you know he will tell you when the time is right. Nonetheless, his silence is troubling, and you cannot help but feel that something is terribly wrong. Today, Gorion has appeared more agitated than ever, and now he has uncharacteristically interrupted your chores in the middle of the day, imparting hurried instructions for you to equip yourself for travel. He has handed you what gold he can spare, but given no clue as to why. Nevertheless, you now stand before the Candlekeep Inn, ready to purchase what you need for an unplanned and unexpected journey.
Okay. Well, if that doesn't open up things for excitement, I don't know what does. But before we actually proceed here, we are going to officially call this an episode. So if you've been watching, thank you very much. And just remember, Professor Snuggles is looking out for you.